Hi, Mark Small. It's Civil Discourse Now for August 12th, 2022. It's been a warm day here in Indiana, a day of very major events, especially on the front of looking for documents in Mar-a-Lago. A couple of things. One, that's not Trump having veggies for dinner. That's not Trump's residence. Um, he made a deal with Palm Beach so that he could have Mar-a-Lago as like a resort where people could pay money. He can't live there. So to say that's his residence is not accurate. He got some deals so he'd benefit from it not being his residence. So they shouldn't call it that now, or they should just yank the zoning pass he got. Secondly, that was not a raid, that was execution of a search warrant. And he knew about it like last spring. He knew the items that they wanted. On top of that, a lot of people are saying, like, not a lot of people, but people are saying, well, he wasn't present and they just kind of went in. His lawyer was present, and they didn't have to allow the lawyer to be present. They showed a great deal of deference to someone who so flagrantly violated the law. Now, let's get down to what it was that they got, or documents that he could have deemed non-secret anytime he wanted. Maybe up until 12:01 p.m. of January 20th, 2021. At that point, he no longer was president. At that point, whatever classification applied to a document that he had applied. He couldn't sit there and say, well, it's no longer secret. No, it's secret. So he took that with him. And he didn't have an ability to try and rescind the classification. Now, somebody who does that with legal documents, with top secret documents, penalties are pretty stiff. You go to prison, they can be barred from seeking political office. And the person who signed that aspect of the law into law was Trump. Irony. Now, the thing is, what was secret? So he had hard copies of things. That's kind of 20th century. But also, what was there that the Russians or the Chinese didn't already have? I mean, he rolled over on his back and bared his neck for the Russians, bared whatever else. For the Chinese, they're staying at Mar-a-Lago so they could hack into the computers there. What was it that he had in those boxes? But still, I think Marco Ramius, and that was the skipper of the Red October, Hunt for Red October, the submarine. It was played, not a submarine, but the captain was played by Sean Connery. And Sean Connery with a very Russian accent, I am turning this over to you. I mean, no, he's Scottish. He goes, that actually had happened once Trump was in office. Everybody that defected would be dead. Russians would have gotten anything that they wanted back. And so it would have nullified all that happened. And that's an important thing to remember. It's not just that Trump has done so much to cripple democracy in this country. He also has crippled our standing in the world and our ability to do anything in terms of intelligence, because let's face it, intelligence, Trump don't belong in the same paragraph. Hell, they don't belong in the same state. I'm Mark Small, Civil Discourse Now. It is balmy day, peace, love, happiness, and all that. Have a good one.